Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thirsty Thursday. I am not Leah Robolito, and so I am not hosting today. I am Dee Dee Vizino from Allergies. Leah is on a plane flying back from Minnesota, where her son was undergoing some tests at Mayo Clinic. But I am so fortunate and excited to have with me today Chef Keith Norman, who is going to share his food allergy wisdom with you all on this Thirsty Thursday. And Chef, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are the chef at the Southpoint Hotel and Casino. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so what wisdom do you want to share with all of the Food Allergy Institute and Aller Cuisine followers today?
Well, as you know, allergens are, still, I mean, even in the land of COVID, still, still there. They're not going away, haven't gone away. And I would just say the diligence that's needed to, uh, keep from reacting and, spreading knowledge and awareness as you go. Because, the one thing, Dee, is all of the allergen families and friends I've met over the years, are a wealth of knowledge, and I find sometimes that we don't share enough, and even guests that I'm fortunate to interact with here, when you start having that conversation with them, and they number one look at you like, wow, I didn't know you knew those things, and you're having that good conversation. So I would just say we just have to keep up spreading awareness and being diligent with protocols, whether it's eating at home or eating out.
Absolutely. And we're coming up to spring break, and some states and counties are more open than others, and you are in Las Vegas. So
Yes.
you guys are opening up and things are happening. Florida is open, Georgia is largely open. So as people start to travel a little bit and kind of are re-entering restaurants that they might be unfamiliar with, what kind of tips can you give to them?
Well, the one thing I would say, and I'm really fortunate on our website here, my email address is there. So I'm fortunate that a lot of folks that are traveling here will reach out in advance. So, and that's what I would say. I think that's the biggest plus, for a chef, is having that information ahead of time. And when I get it, a lot of customers that are visiting us have already gone to our website, which I would suggest. Go to the website, look at the restaurants available, look at the menu because for me, when I get a customer who's reached out to me and say they want to go to our Asian restaurant, I can already give that restaurant a heads up. These are the allergens and what can we do? So when that guest arrives, we already have a plan in place. I mean, we have allergen menus in place anyway here, but sometimes, and when I first designed those menus, I didn't design them with flair. They're boring, but my goal was to give you top 8 free. I mean, there's some love in there, but it's not that gourmet meal. But I would say if you're traveling, call ahead, go to the website, see if there's restaurants available where you're staying. Reach out to the chef. Make them aware of your allergens and find out what protocols they have in place, because in this day and time, there's not a restaurant out there that shouldn't have some type of allergen procedures in place. But I think, just having a game plan before you even get on a plane or bus, or if you're driving, have a plan. So, and I think if you're already reaching out and you have some sense of, okay, well, maybe they have their stuff together, then maybe that's a little less anxiety as you're traveling.
Now, I agree 100%. And so many people seem to be more aware of food allergies and other dietary issues these days, that most restaurants that I've been to are incredibly accommodating. And I'm always so happy when the server asks me specifically, are there any food allergies or other dietary issues that I need to be aware of? And I know some people get they think they're crossing into their personal space and
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
inappropriate questions. But personally, for me, I think it's awesome, and I'm always so excited when somebody asks me.
yeah,
And I
that's
think
right.
if you walk into a restaurant or you call ahead, and the chef or the hostess or the server are kind of reluctant to give you the information you need or to
Yeah,
meet your needs,
yeah,
I would say go find another restaurant.
absolutely. 100%. I mean, to when you're mentioning asking the question, I've never understood that, but we take a lot of abuse, unfortunately, from folks when we do inquire, and it's for their benefit, but I don't think a lot of folks really really care. And I'm not saying everyone. We have a selected few that you ask the question, they look at you like you have four heads. Why are you asking? Kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, any information that you share up front is always good. And the as you look at websites and menus, a lot of like here, a lot of our restaurants, have menu items where it's fairly easy, to recreate that dish allergen free. I mean, there's some restaurants that, have 8 or 9 steps to a menu item, and it's difficult, but doable. Daunting but doable is what I like to say. And with you giving me information, I'll be here March 15th through the 18th, and these are my allergens. That's just like a Twinkie. That's just great, because you're giving me information that I can now reach out to all of my restaurants and say, customers coming 15 through 18, these are the allergens, and we're prepared.
So if anybody's traveling to Vegas,
You bet.
y'all need to go to Southpoint Hotel
Yes.
and Casino because you'll be safe there.
Yes.
Well,
No, and yeah. Come on down. But I have to also just give credit. I do a lot of training around town, and there's other restaurants that I always add allergen training into my training. So we're getting better. Still a long way to go, but I think when customers are traveling or just in the restaurant, and what we find, another problem that we find here is they don't tell us everything. They give us some of the information, and I'll give you, for instance, we had a guest who came in and had multiple allergens, and milk was one of them, and that was not something that they told us. And I use an allergen pad here that has the top 8 plus some of the other allergens that we get. And if cheese had not been on top of the omelet, we wouldn't have known. And when the omelet came to the table, the customer said, "Oh, by the way." So I would just say to the listeners, tell us everything, and we'll be happy.
Everything.
Everything.
Safe
Yes.
alive.
You bet. Yeah, we'll be happy.
That's great. I think that's really good advice. And that is a good story though. I like that. Tell us everything.
Yeah, we get that, unfortunately, we get that quite often. And what I always like to say, my risk takers, the ones who, and as I try to, describe it, and as I learn from experts like you, those folks who have gotten their allergies late in life, that, we had a shrimp person who he's been eating shrimp all his life. Then one day things started to happen, but he's still a risk taker. And he told me, true story, customer said to me, I can have 6 shrimp, and any more than 6, now I'm probably going to have a reaction. So, I just kind of not smile or laugh in a haha way, but and that's why I say we need a lot more awareness. We need, a lot more, those of us who are in the allergen world, when we're sharing those stories, because I looked at him and I said, well, is that 6 small shrimp, big shrimp? And I was being funny now. And then we went on to have a good conversation about why I'm not giving you shrimp scampi, and it was a good day.
It's a good day.
It was a good day. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And if you're that person that's out there listening right now, especially if you have adult onset allergies, do know that those 6 shrimp can turn into 1 shrimp, can turn into 0 shrimp very, very quickly, and you can go into anaphylaxis, and that's really life threatening. So if you have a shrimp allergy, yeah, just don't eat shrimp. Don't touch the shrimp. Stay far, far away from shrimp. And I want to add too, and I forgot to mention this before, because you had mentioned that you train at other restaurants.
Yes.
That Chef Keith is a master trainer for Allertrain. So he trains all over, and he's certified to train for food allergies and food safety and food handling and all that good stuff. And so we had the great pleasure of working together for a little while I was at Allertrain. So I appreciate so much all that you do for all of us.
I'm not letting you go, so I'm keeping you.
I will take that. I will take that every day. Thank you. Well, Chef, I think that's some great information for everybody. We try to keep these short. So
Okay. Yeah.
you and I won't sign off, but let's sign off from Instagram right now and say goodbye to everybody, and
Right.
we'll check in again soon.
Okay, great. Thank you for the opportunity.